Today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 tips to overcome your weight loss plateau. It's been a while since we've vlogged in here. Obviously with everything opening back up, back into the routine, back at CrossFit 5, training quite consistently and regularly, a lot of variety, back with my old pals, a bit of competitive spirit and element in each session, which is fantastic. I'm pushing even more as opposed to this environment in here where I wasn't pushing as much. Also keeping the running on the go as well, so I'm feeling physically good. Things are going well. This is the last week of my garden leave. I start my new job on Monday. Probably not going to be posting as much because I really want to get things wired up in terms of relationships and work stuff. So I'll try and get one a week out. If I can, it might just be a kind of talking head or something like that. But today we were supposed to be going to the gym, but me and the wife, Susan, we've decided that we're going to be doing a half marathon around Lochleven tomorrow. I will get some footage of that on the GoPro and hopefully be able to share that with you. So we're going to do the half marathon. I've never done a half marathon before. I've coached people to do a half marathon. I know a lot of people that have done a half marathon, but I've never actually been through the motions and done that distance myself, ever. The most I've ever done was actually the other week where I did like an 11k or something like that, and I was pretty burst. So we're just going to take it steady. It's going to be a nice little run because we're going to be going to Lochleven and running round the actual loch, which is 13 miles, half marathon. Then we're going to grab a coffee at the end of it. It's also Susan's birthday, so I need to remember to get a card for her as well. Basically, the reason for me not going into the gym today is because I didn't want to do anything too overly strenuous, but I did want to do some training. So just going to be hitting some bench press today. Don't want to stress the body too much, just a little bit of strength, maybe sort of 5 sets of 5 to 8 reps or something like that. Put some tunes on, hit some weights, get this video edited, enjoy the last day off that I have on my own. The theme of today's video is 3 tips of how to overcome your weight loss plateau. It's something that we all hit from time to time. We might tie ourselves in knots. We might have gained a lot of success or achieved a lot of success with our weight loss goals, but we hit a wall or we hit a plateau and we don't really know how to overcome that. So later on in the video, we're going to be discussing 3 tips to get you back on track. So stay tuned for that and enjoy the rest of the video.
Enchanté.
Okay, so 3 tips for weight loss. I'm going to share with you the 3 most effective strategies that you can use right now for free to break through that weight loss plateau. So let's get started. Number 1, use this website to figure out what your calorie consumption should be in line with your build, weight, gender, activity levels, age, all of that good stuff. Input the data and it's going to give you a rough estimate of the amount of calories that you need per day just to not function as a human being. But you can also manipulate that with the amount of exercise that you're generally doing on a weekly, daily basis. So if you're quite active, put that in there. If you're not as active, make sure you document that, and obviously change that. If you are starting to pick up the pace a little bit and doing a little bit more, then change it, because your calorie requirement and energy requirement is going to change. So that's the first thing. find out what your number is. Tip number 2, track everything that passes through your lips on a daily basis using MyFitnessPal. Absolutely everything. Make sure you put it in there and you get a good understanding of the amount of calories that you're taking on board versus the amount of calories that you're expending. Now, the idea with the calorie consumption and food intake is you want to have a look at what what your allowance is per day, whether it's 2,000 or 2,500 or even more. And your game, the idea is to maximize the amount of food that you can take on board. Obviously, if we're looking at a plate of vegetables, calorie content isn't going to be as high as a Snickers bar. So the goal here is to maximize the volume of food through quality calories. That's the game. Get after it. And number 3 is you. You are the biggest manipulator in this whole equation. You've got a set amount of calories that you can consume on a daily basis. You go ahead and consume those calories. So the only way to manipulate that information or that data is by moving more, exercising more. That can come in any form. It doesn't matter where that's coming from. You can walk the dog, you can go for a big long walk, you can go for a run, a swim, a cycle. It doesn't matter, you can play sports. But the more that you expend, the more calories that you burn off, the more you can bring on. I like to eat quite a lot. So you want to go and eat that cake, go and eat that cake, but make sure that you are burning off enough energy to be able to facilitate those calories coming back on board. This is not groundbreaking information. This might be information that you already know, but if you follow those 3 simple steps and revisit them if you haven't already, that will be the ticket to your weight loss plateau and breaking through that. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. If you are enjoying the content, please do feel free to subscribe. It's like 83.7% of you that are watching these videos and not subscribed. So if you can do me a huge favor, it really does help the channel grow. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, share it with your friends and family. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.